the first step in becoming an authentic ethnographer when you step into that room is to take off that ethnographer hat. And I think a good beginning is to think about that term, participant observation. And I always tell my students, at the beginning of a fieldwork experience, turn that around and engage in observant participation. You can stand in the corner of the room with your notebook, collecting data, right? That's going to create not only distance between you and the other people in the room, but that's going to create a power differential. And that's exactly what you don't want. So to get beyond that, think about engaging in observant participation. Now, that means that you're focused on the participant, on participating with the kids, on taking part in whatever activity is going on. If they're playing a board game, you sit down at the board game, become involved in the game, if they ask you questions, give them answers. If they give you answers, ask them questions, and do what they're doing and engage with them on their level. Take part in that activity and ask questions as you're going to find that any kind of field work situation at the beginning has both familiarity and strangeness. And I think if you think of the purpose of fieldwork as revealing what's familiar in the strange over time, and at the same time revealing what's strange in the familiar, then you're going to open up a new world. What you see at the beginning, what seems so familiar, what seems like, oh, I know what's going on here, you'll find, wow, there are these things that are really strange that are going on here. I didn't notice these before. And that's when you know that you're digging below the surface. That's when you know that you're being an effective field worker. When it starts getting, when something very familiar, an after-school program, a classroom situation, when that classroom situation becomes an alien experience, when you begin to feel like a stranger from another planet because you see things happening that you never imagined before, that's when you know you're beginning to see what's really going on in that classroom. In my view, most good teachers are participant observers. Teaching is learning. That is, when a good teacher is teaching, that teacher is trying to figure out everything that she or he can about the students that he or she is working with. The teacher becomes, in the classroom, an active participant in the social situation, but also, as a participant, is observing those kids very closely to see where they are in their learning and how best to take them from where they are to where the teacher would like them to see them in the future.
Mm.